Hello. Welcome to We Love LA. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. Yay! We made it to the last month of the year and just wanted to say congratulations. A lot of us did not make it in a peaceful mind. Some people are still kind of like, COVID or 2020, I'm ready for it to be over. But just want to say, congratulations for making it to the end. We just have 30 days left in this year. So what are some of you guys' idea in finishing off the year and starting off 2020? Hello, welcome to We Love LA. So first and foremost, my name is Sheena. I am your host. We Love LA. We talk about fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Anything that is going to add more value into your life. This is the Tuesdays that we talk about all of those things. And so I always like to start off my thread by giving the artist that you may be hearing in the background credibility, because I don't need for Instagram or Facebook to be no hater and not post my video. So the artist that I have playing in the background is called Toki Monster. And I would say this genre is more kind of like an eclectic indie electronic house. It varies. The artist, she actually she had worked with many different artists, rappers, electronic. A lot of her music is just instrumental, which I absolutely love. For any of you smokers out there who smoke, that does the nice little 420 on any day. Got to get the little edges in there, sometimes the edges like to pop out. But so anybody that like to partake in some of the the earthly medicines and things like that, this is a really good artist to listen to. So what are we going to talk about this Tuesday? Well, first, I would like to acknowledge that we just had a holiday last week. Some people do acknowledge, some people don't. But the holiday was Thanksgiving, and that is the day that supposed to be grateful for the things that we have. And the originality was, there was the Pilgrims who came over. Then it was the Indians, Native Americans, politically to be correct, but speaking on the past, how brethrens came and broke bread together and shared the land. Now that's the happy little story that we would like to hear about Thanksgiving, but we know the real story. So let's just keep that to ourselves. But to be on a lighter mood, it is about giving gratitude for the things that we do have, gratitude for the people who we may or may not have in our lives, or some of the goals and successes that we may have accomplished or preparing to accomplish. So that was the whole holiday that we had for this past week. So just a little tidbit on my gratification. For me, I'm very grateful for just being alive and experiencing the things that I have gone through and the things that I am still going through, because life is all about an experience, and you grow through experience. You're more wiser through experience, and without having any experience, then you're basically ignorant. And not necessarily saying you're ignorant like, oh my gosh, like in a bad way, but like lack of knowledge is ignorance. So with my whole experience of just things that I'm going through, you know what? Hey doggy, I have my little pup in here. Come here. Let's say hello to the people. Come up here. Ooh, look at what she's got in her mouth. And then she drops it. Say hello, world. Hi. Hello. This is Nisi, everybody. She's like really bad, but she's my little bitch. I love her. I'm grateful for her. And she's grateful for me too. Now you're not about to be licking me all in my face now. She's smelling my lipstick because she's like, I don't know what this is. This is new. Yes. So bad girl, I'm putting you back down. Go and play with your bottle elsewhere. I just heard her like chewing around and gnawing. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure she's not getting into something that's gonna kill her. I am a good fur mommy, so I do my best. But yes, I am grateful for my experiences, and I am grateful for any future experiences because I learn by experience. And that's just the same way about if you are applying for a job, and yes, you may have the education, but if you don't have some type of experience, it's harder to be able to get into that job. Like example, if you want to be a doctor, you can go to school, you can get your your certifications and license and all of those things, your hours, basically all the book knowledge that you need to become a doctor. But in order for you to actually be in a hospital or a facility or anything like that, you have to have what it's called some type of clinical hours or intern, extern, something like that. Without having that kind of experience, then more than likely you may not be able to be a doctor because you have to have some hands-on experience. And so that's the same way with life. They can teach you the ins and out on things, how to administer. Hey sis, welcome to WeluvLa. My sis joined me, Zenobia. Love you sis, miss you girl. I'm gonna call you. Gotta catch up. But it just so happened that where was I going? Oh, see, that's what happened when you lose your train of thought because you got so much going on. But yeah, if you basically don't have any of the clinical hours, then you may not get the experience. And so that's the whole point of experience, is very important. So part of experience, I get into that little sidebar, is that, life throws a lot of curveballs. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and it's not the situation that is being thrown at you, it's more on how you respond to the situation. And so that's why I say I am very grateful for the experiences that I had experienced in life. So today, that's not the topic that I want to talk about. Today, the topic I would like to share and talk about are things that a lot of people like to do. Eat and drink. Now, I shared this cup because experiences create memories, and memories are probably, for me, memories are more valuable than anything. Reason I say memories are very valuable because you can get a house, you can lose it. You can get a car, you can lose it. You can have a partner. They may not stay in your life for the rest of your life, but everything that you did accomplish, things that you did have, or like things that you have or did had in your past or whatever, you have the memories of how you got it, what you did when you had those things or are around those people. And memories are just like super, 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 super amazing. And you can't buy memories, you have to create them. And so that's why I said, things can be given to you and they can be taken away, but the one thing that cannot be taken away from you are your memories, the things that just make you who you are. And so that's memories are made from experiences. And so part of the whole experience that I would like to share with you guys was about this weekend. So this weekend, I'm always being adventurous and finding something to get into. Me and my friends, we went to Knott's Berry Bar. Woo, 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 woo. Now, in the midst of the pandemic that is happening right now, there's not a lot to do. But here in LA, they make way of finding a way to make some money through entertainment some type of way. So I am not mad. Thank you, LA, because that's what I said. It is always something to do in LA, Monday through Sunday. So go to Knott's Berry Farm. Now, Knott's Berry Farm is a theme park that it started off as a berry farm. And so there was a husband and wife. They came from, I can't remember where they were from, but basically they bought some land out in Los Angeles, Orange County borderline, bought some land and decided to have a farm. So on a farm, they took a crossbreed of a blackberry and a blueberry and hibernated them together. Now it's considered to be a boysenberry, which is a man-made berry, some type of way. Don't ask me if it's GMO. I don't know, but I can look it up. Maybe you can Google it. But anywho, they had this land, they had this farm. They made it boysenberries, and the wife, she was known for her world famous chicken dinners. So where their land was located was a main highway where a lot of people would drive down to the port or to the beach for like imports of goods from other areas of the country or whatever, or international, I don't know at that time. But she was noticing that a lot of people would stop in for her chicken dinner and their boysenberry pie. And it became such a big hit where they just expanded. And over the years, and I know this was like either the late 1800s or early 1900s, but once the business basically expanded, they decided to open up a theme park. And so part of that theme park, you have some of the characters, which are the Peanut Gang, which is going to be your Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Lucy, Linus, and all of the rest of the gang that are, what we grew up on, or some people grew up on. But that's always, going to Knott's Berry Farm was always a family tradition of mine ever since I was like a wee little girl. And it just so happened that, this tradition of going to have the chicken dinner, it's slowly going away, but it still happened. But the fact that those are memories that I absolutely love, and it just really take me back to my childhood. And being able to go this weekend with my friends who we've been knowing each other since we were little bitty kids, and just being able to share old stories of memories that we've made there, and being able to do it at the best time of the year, which is the holidays. During around Christmas, people are coming together, people are more friendly, they're more mindful, they're more caring and giving, and being able to create this memory and these experiences this past weekend was super amazing. So yes, my friend Fancy Pan Jen, I will tag her on her. You guys can follow her. Just see, she lives a nice, fabulous life. And so, part of this weekend, now the theme park is open, but the rides are not open due to pandemic. So for the state of California, all indoor dining and some type of esthetician type beauty spas and things like that are closed, but things that are for outdoor dining, they are open. And so Knott's had created this idea back in, I believe around July. It was called the Knott's Taste of Calico. And so that's when we basically paid to go and have a tasting of the different food that's in the theme park. So there's this one part of the theme park called Ghost Town, which a lot of those buildings are super original to the area or from California. They transplanted them into the theme park, and like Ghost Town is like literally a real ghost town, like from the Wild Wild West, and they have like all of the authentic things that were like literally from that time. So it's super amazing. So if you're ever in Los Angeles, you have to come and check out Knott's Berry Farm. But anywho, they provide this little tasting card, which, there we go, that's a better view. So the little tasting card, and I know it's backwards, but basically you get 5 choice to taste. Just so happened that in all of these different areas of Ghost Town, they had different things. So if you wanted something savory, sweet, alcoholic beverage, they had, you know, iced teas and lemonades and things like that. It was so, so cute. So why I share that part is because this weekend they did it again. This one was for, oh, let me turn it around. So you can see there's a holiday theme, and you can see the card is like literally bigger. So here's the differences in size, which means there's more food to eat. So in July, when me and my friend went, it was only just the Ghost Town area open. And this time they had Ghost Town, they had the Boardwalk, Fiesta Village, and Camp Snoopy. So they had all of these locations that was open. We were able to taste all of the amazing food. I mean, absolutely good stuff. And so I would say probably my best dish that I tasted there was, they had these Brussels sprouts. Let me find it, because it was called a certain type of Brussels sprouts, to the point I'm going to find out how to make it. It was called, and they actually had like these turkey balls. I know Portals, they normally have that. I am a foodie and I love food, so I would love to share anything that's good when it comes down to sweet savories. But anywho, it was a pomegranate molasses Brussels sprouts with almonds in it. Oh my gosh, so good. That was super, super good. Oh, and then they had a chai white Russian. Oh my gosh, super good. And then they had a boysenberry vodka something. Yeah, I was a little lit, but it was super good, super fun. I was able to experience that with my really good friends who I've been knowing for a very long time. And so I was super amazed by this weekend. Such a foodie. I love food. So if anybody love food, and if you're in the LA area, hit me up, DM me. If you're looking for a particular cuisine, let me know. I'm always trying different stuff. Now, yes, I am pescatarian, and I may not eat a lot of meat, but I wasn't pescatarian my whole life. So I can still share some great places that have some really, really amazing food. Also, with the holidays, there's also another there's other things that are open. A lot of things in LA, they're all going to be like drive-through experiences, super fun. This Thursday I am going to see the Stranger Things drive-through experience. I'm super, super ecstatic. I cannot wait to see what that is going to be about. If you have not watched Stranger Things, I highly suggest go on Netflix and stream all 3 seasons. It's really, really good. Now, if you are a 80s baby like me, then you would really appreciate season 3. So I say all to say, go and watch that. That's going to be a really good experience. Also, for this month coming up, have holiday lights that are going to be drive-through experiences, and so I can't wait for that. And also, what else is happening? There's some other things that are happening. I just can't think of it right now, but I just wanted to share the nice little foodie and experiences that are going to be coming up, and also things that you are able to do as well in the city. If people are going to be coming into Los Angeles to visit, don't tell nobody you come other than the people who are supposed to be here, because they are making people try to quarantine for 14 days, which I don't know if anybody is really quarantining coming into LA. But anywho, part of the whole experience of, you know, creating memories and being around your loved ones, having fun, all of those things, I think it is really important to journal. And I had a really good friend of mine, my friend LaShonda, and I've been knowing her since the 7th grade. Earlier, her and I, we were talking, Oh, if you need a person that, if you're looking to have your taxes done pretty soon, that's my girl, LaShonda with Sapphire Tax Services. So if anybody is looking for her information, she is located in Georgia, and she can help anybody nationwide. So also you can DM me about that information as well. But her and I, we were talking, and she was like, you know what, with this pandemic going on, you know what, the best thing that you can do, the best thing you can do is just journal, because then you will be able to go back and just kind of read things that was happening at that time, because sometimes we forget. And a lot of times we use our electronic devices for everything, to where once we don't have that electronic device anymore, and if we don't have access to the cloud, or if there's no more electricity for a bit, what are we going to do? So you always want to have something written down. Also, you don't want to lose your penmanship as well. But there's a couple of journals that I wanted to share. The first one here is called the Weekly Prayer Project. Let's get a good view. The Weekly Prayer Project. So it says a challenge to journal, pray, reflect, and connect with God. So I had actually bought this book a couple years ago. I started to journal in it in half of the year. As a matter of fact, June of 2018 is when I started. And I was going pretty constantly for a few months. But what I am going to do, I'm going to repurchase this journal, because I do want to start this the beginning of 2021, because I really feel that 2021 is going to be a powerful year. It's going to be very powerful. And so this really is a book that's a weekly journal. So you basically would write in this for every 52 weeks, to where now you would have information, journal throughout the year. And so what I really like about it, there have little quotes in here, be thankful, sacrifice and praise, not shaken, worship, rejoice always, troubled soul, turn to joy, like a whole bunch of different things that you kind of really focus on with some verses. So I really think this, as a matter of fact, I see a couple of holiday gifts for that. Also, I have another, this one is called Voyager. So this was from, the creator is Tatiana Jerome. So there's Voyager, and I also have Soulmate. And this is also by Tatiana Jerome. So the Voyager book, as a matter of fact, you can Google Set in Soul, and all of her books, she have nothing but a whole bunch of different books that you can journal in, and it's all based on whatever that topic is. Like, are you looking for success? Are you entrepreneur? Are you needing to pray more? Like, she have all of these journals that will be focused on certain type of topics, and so super good. So the Voyager book, this is all about journaling your travels. So it asks, and I know I talked about this book before, but it talk about, some of your personal travel experiences, because again, that's that word again, experience. And experiences create memories, like I mentioned earlier. And so, the most valuable thing I have bought while traveling, it gives you all of these little things. Am I able to afford my trips? I wish I could bring home. And then you write in the blank, off to my next adventure. I am naming this trip. Where am I going? Who am I going with? How long is the trip? I plan to travel by, like all of these different things. So it's super, super cool for that one. Also, the Soulmate, this journal, it's all about journaling, your spiritual growth. What is it that you are looking for to be closer, to God? What are some of the things that you are looking for in a relationship? so you can kind of like really focus and narrow down on who is the person that is supposed to be your soulmate. Not knowing like, oh, I'm writing this book and I know it's supposed to be blah 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 blah. Like, no, it's more about having discernment in choosing the person that fit the needs that you've journaled into your book to be your soulmate. So absolutely love that. Even some of the things that it asks in here, like, you know, do you have any new beliefs? You know, today's love thought meditation, I am loved by, I am lovable because I understand that love is, I expect new love to feel like, I respond to being loved, like all of these, and you just fill in the blank. So this is super cool as well. So another possible holiday gift. And the last journal, I have lots of journals. I do need to start journaling again, because I know journaling has been very therapeutic for me in the past, and I've made time for it. And so now it's time for me to really start focusing on journaling again. So that's what I will be doing. I'm setting my intentions for 2021. But this last journal is called Focus on Mindfulness. So this is a guided journal. Now this journal, let's see, is it by anybody? I'm not for sure who it's by. But this journal right here was from my really good friend and my sis, Kira. You can follow her at Kira DaCosta. She also lived an amazing life. But what I really do love about this journal, it gives you a lot of blanks to fill in. Let your mind reflect. Let your mind wander. Let your mind reflect. Like things, 3 things to remember about today. Today was important because 2 things that caught my attention. So this is like, you know, things that you want to just write throughout the day. All the good stuff. At the end of your day, come back to this page for a moment of reflection. Think of all the good things that happened to you. No matter how small, write down all the good stuff. Of course, you want to write everything down, because now you're starting to remember what happened. Also, you are creating the experience, like you're writing your experiences down, which they're now memories. Also, this might be a good way for, you know, for dementia or Alzheimer's. I have read the studies that women particularly normally develop Alzheimer's more than men do. So, hey ladies, let's not have some Alzheimer's or dementia, but it's, you know, very prominent for women than it is for men. So I would say this is probably a great way to help promote a stronger mind from wandering. But my sis, she got this book for me because she was really thinking about me, and I was really thinking about her. And it's so ironic, we were both extremely concerned for each other. She's going through some family issues, and so I send out prayers to her and her family. And you know, I was actually going through a few things a couple months ago, and so these last, you know, few months between July and October has been really tough for me. And so I just wanted to thank her just for thinking of me in regard to this, and for me to be more mindful. That's so funny, because last night was the full moon, well, a full moon of the month, and I set out all my stones and set my intentions, had them cleansed under the full moon, and you know, just started to manifest. And so one of the things, or a couple of the words that kept coming out was being mindful, discernment, and confidence. And so those 3 words really stuck out. And so that's where I'm like, okay, something is going on inside to where let me go ahead and work on those things. And so I really think that these journals are going to help out tremendously with my therapeutic mindset. and also being able to, make sure that we are creating the life that we want. Because at the end of the day, we were born by ourselves. We are going to transition by ourselves. We are our own individual. And so it is up to us for us to make however we want our life to be. And so I want to live my life with being happy around the people who I am around, being happy with myself, creating amazing memories, and adding value to people's lives any way that they see fit. And so that's my mission, that's my journey. I know that some people might look at it as, oh, you're doing too much, or oh, you can't do this and that. And I look at it as, you know what, if I feel that I can, then I can. And so I just want to say thank you all for joining me tonight. And it is an amazing Tuesday, first of the month, last month of the year. And let's continue to live life to the fullest. Don't let any kind of negativity bring you down. That is up to you on how you want to respond to it. And so let's create memories. Let's have fun. Let's be more wise. Let's be healthy. Let's be wealthy in the things that we put into our heads. Let's be wealthy with the people who we surround ourselves with. And let's keep giving it up and keep going. So I want to say thank you very much again and again and again and again and again. And have a good night. Until then,